What's going on, guys and girls? Ghost Robo here, back with more Star Wars Battlefront, resuming our role as the king of the hero heap, this time in the role of the actual heroes instead of the villains. Rockin' and rollin', starting off, I think, as Leia. This time we get a battle straight from the beginning, so no underdog status, no easy victory. It's 0-0, and we gotta straight up wreck them. Thank you guys for all your support on this series so far. You want to see more Battlefront videos, just smash that like button. Let me know in the comments below. I'll bring it your way. I get to start out as the lovely old Leia. I feel like she kind of has a grandma face in this game. But she works her magic with that lovely blaster rifle, the increased accuracy perk, the defensive bubble shield, and the health poops. Once again, playing with my girlfriend and her brother Trey. We form a pretty awesome trio here. A little bit of Three Musketeers action as we take on Boba Fett and his big old scummy self at the top of the stairway. Rockin' and rolling with the multi-hero look as Luke and Han and Leia do their darndest to work out what it means to be legendary. Here's Vader not having so much love for Leia, no respect for women there, as Vader just goes and totally takes me down in one fell swoop. But now I've not only lost Leia, but I've also lost the opportunity to spawn as honor guard, and that's one of the worst things about losing Leia first, is that you don't have the opportunity to come into battle as one of those sort of secondary powerful characters. Because remember, the special characters, they have an increased arsenal. So whether you're that clone trooper right there with Palpatine, or you're the honor guard or honor soldier with Leia, ooh, God, that was a rough first round. But whatever you are, you have a little bit of an advantage because you come with a smart rocket and like a homing gun and a little bit more than you would if you're just, you know, grunt soldier, grunt stormtrooper. Anyways, a rough start, 0-1. We're not looking so hot, and now I'm not even a hero anymore. I'm just chucking some grenades. Apparently it vanished into thin space, but I got now a great combo as I kick Leia into action with a little fire from my gun. Han, get going. You need a haircut, that's for sure. Harrison Ford, all 900 years of him, needs to do something about that weird thing on top of his scalp. So I've got a great combo here with the grenade and the thermal imploder. And if this is beautiful, because now I've got thermal imploder and grenade on Boba Fett and Darth Vader. 550, 650, 700 point streak. I died, but I don't even care. I managed 700 points as a grunt. I took Boba Fett down to 5. I could just spawn as an honor guard and defend my girlfriend, who is representing, is she Princess Leia? No, that is Trey. Never mind. My girlfriend is Han. Getting killed by Palpatine. No, I will avenge you. And then I burn in flames and fire. I think it's funny when the heroes or villains die, how they go down in these poses. Like, I'm sorry, I've given up, I surrender, when really they were just brutally murdered. There was no sense of surrender whatsoever. But they sure make it look friendly. Like, hey, you win, we'll just retreat and go have some hot chocolate in our bunker. Don't worry about nothing. So again, this is starting out rough. But we did kill Boba Fett, and now it's me and Leia against the world. Palpatine says, goodbye, Ghost Robo. I don't have any time for you. And I die real fast. But now I get to respawn as honor guards. This works out to my advantage. I can now pop the smart rocket. Palpatine's been killed by Leia. Some great shots from the only girl in the squad. Palpatine vanishes. The Force is not strong with him anymore. It's just age is strong with him. He's 800 years old. I do think it's interesting. I didn't even notice this until just now. Recollections and realizations as we commentate. When you spawn as either the clone trooper or the honor guard, you're in third person automatically, even if your default view is first person, like as you can see here with the regular soldier, I'm first person. But when you spawn as one of those sort of like secondary characters, you get thrown into the third person, I presume to show off the fact that, hey, you are not the same, you're a Martian, or at least an honor guard or a clone trooper. Anyhow, we're now at the critical, crazy, creepy point where it's Vader versus Leia. Vader's afraid, Leia's afraid, but Vader made a mistake and came out into the open where I could shoot him in the back of the helmet, and we gave him a little brain stem massage and took him straight out of commission. 1-1, ready to go. Climbing that leaderboard, on with the show. I don't mind dying in this mode. I don't think it's really that bad of a deal. And if you die, don't feel bad. You're working towards an objective, not towards a KDR. Cool news, if you didn't see today, the EA team, the Battlefront team, came out and said, hey, Battle of Jakku is coming. It has 2 maps, which sound very cool, and they're split amongst the modes, and also a new mode. The mode is going to be free along with the Jakku content, which is great. It's called Turning Point. I don't know exactly how it works. but it is going to be cool, which is nice, and free, which is nice. And then they also announced that there will be more maps and star cards that are going to be free as well. So regardless if you purchase the Season Pass or not, you're going to get the Battle of Jakku DLC free, and now you're going to get a few additional maps free. Good night, Boba Fett. Han Solo with that gun, that laser blazer fun, working his magic. And now we're going to pop Palpatine in the head as many times as we can. That is like the hardest power to connect with in the game, I swear. Palpatine is trying to torpedo action at me, trying to get a little lightning love. He should be pooping health, but he can't, and so Han takes him down. That's 2 heroes down from Han's blaster. I always think those doors will open here on the Imperial Hangar, but they don't. If you want to reserve the Imperial Hangout for a birthday party of your own, you can let me know, and we'll save it for you whenever your holiday may arise. Vader just took out Leia, so Han is not happy. Luke is also dead, so this is super scary. I am Han with 47% health, and not a whole lot of ways to recover that. Vader is a scary match for Han, but if I keep him at a distance, it'll be okay. The crazy part is everyone is shooting at me at once right now, and so I really got to back up and micromanage this 14 health. I am so freaking scared at this point. Tension is supreme. I got 14 health. I'm crouching. I'm at 4 health. Vader is there. Who is going to win? He's trying to reflect, and he kills me with the reflection. I hate it. I don't like it at all. Vader, you'll ruin the day, and we are going to make you pay some point, somehow, sometime. I risen to the top of the leaderboard, but that doesn't matter because we lost. We're down 1-2 in an early hole here of our own creation. I don't have any computer or noob other players to blame. That's just me and my squad screwing up. So it's time to put the pedal to the metal. I almost like, obviously I have more fun being the heroes, but I almost like it when I get to be the grunts, because I feel like I have more reckless abandon, can go in and just do a bunch of damage and help. Because obviously the heroes are great at damaging the opposing villains or heroes, but it really takes a good crew of soldiers or stormtroopers, that trio, and then obviously the honor guard and the clone troopers to really get in there and wound those heroes, so you leave, you create openings for your team to really take them out, because all you really need is a little bit of advantage. Like that blast right there, 500 on Vader. Granted, some of it was on the generic soldier there, but we really gave the opening for our squad to come in here and deal damage. Now, I died from Vader, but he's down to 66. Luke is about to die, which scares me, but I can respawn as honor guard. The great thing about that also is that you can come in right by Leia's side and then be in a perfect position to decimate and destroy your foes. So lots of fun. I think anytime you have a chance to spawn as honor guard or clone trooper, you definitely should. And we managed to keep Luke alive. Han has bit the dust, but that's okay, because in the siblings we trust. We've got Luke and Leia and me as honor guard, kind of a deadly trio here. And we are going to make sure that Palpatine bites the dust. If the timer runs out, you guys know this, I'm a fan of the wait and see strategy. Even though it's not the most glorious and not the most spectacular, it is pretty cool, because then we do have the chance to win without really putting ourselves into a perilous situation. So it helps out that we've got 2 options here. Now, Palpatine comes for us because he has to kill somebody in order to even the odds. And so we can kill him that way, or we can just waste time and wait it out. But because I'm honor guard and my life really doesn't matter, as sad as it is to say, I can just come and just cry tears of pain onto Palpatine and drain him of his health. He's going down the hall, and we're going to get another shot on him, which is great. And now he has no chance for survival. I got 14 health, but it don't matter because Palpatine can't hit me from far away. I am now running into the wall. I'm not really sure why or how. Maybe I was waiting for him to come around the corner. Oh, I'm waiting for my smart rocket to refill. Genius, Robo. That's what we were up to. And now we're going to go hunt down Palpatine and see if we can help take him out. We got 30 seconds. It's always more satisfying and fun when you get to obliterate the opposing team as opposed to just waiting for the delay. I mean, I like the delay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to use my smart rocket on him, so we'll avoid any chance of us dying. I got the smart rocket queued up, and I'm already spawned in. So I really want to take out Palpatine because I want to get that badge for killing the most heroes, or in this case, villains, in the round, in the match. And I have a good start, but it's okay. I don't know if Palpatine actually was killed. Oh, it looks like he was. So he was killed. So good. Our smart rocket went to good use, at least the first one, maybe not the second. But now we're rocking and rolling, tied things up. I get to play as Luke. A little lightsaber action for all y'all. This is the first time I ever played Luke, by the way. So I was just learning about his force push, his lightsaber dash, and his like spinny trick of the trade heavy attack on that triangle button. So now we're in like a good spot. Got that bubble right out in the center of the battlefield, and I've thought about how best to use Leia. I've seen a lot of people use her as almost a trap. There's a map kind of set on Tatooine where Leia will go on top of this ship and just drop her bubble, and then Han will sit up there as well, and they'll both just fire at you, and Luke will kind of stay in the background waiting for someone to come and try, and there's a failed Boba Fett jetpack jump. We'll go after Palpatine because he does have lightning, but I feel like Luke is way more frightening with the blade and all my moves, so I'm going to force push him, reflect some of the bullets. Boba Fett is trying to kill me as well. I got 56 health, but I know that Leia can help, and now we're going on an old man hunt. This is very ruthless and very wrong, but we are going to take out this die. If it's the last thing we do, good night, Palpatine. Thank you for your health pickup. That's another thing I don't know if you guys knew, but the opposing team can grab your health pickups, which is quite dangerous. Vader is now here, and I'm at 10 health. I'm getting double and triple teamed eventually, which sucks for me. I did do a ton of damage to Palpatine there, so I'm not so worried. But we are down to one hero left, so it's up to the honor guard and the soldiers to really get in there and crunch the bones of these dudes. So my controller is getting low, but that will not stop me. Smart rocket in tow. I'm ready to I'm not going to say go because that's way too many rhymes. I'm ready to win. Boba Fett comes in and melees me, Bubba, with a little love tap on the back of the neck. I gotta protect Leia. She's got great health, and she does have her bubble. Vader is going to slash me. He is very, I guess both him and Luke are pretty good, but the fact that Vader has two distance moves, he's got his Force Choke and his Saber Throw, give him a little bit more range and flexibility than Luke. Luke does have his dash, but again, that's closing the gap. They get the win, 3-2. My yawn is justified by the fact that we stunk it up yet again. It's probably my fault for getting too aggressive and greedy with Luke. I think you need to bide your time a little bit more with him because the fact that he is so melee driven and therefore fragile when it comes to some of the altercations or whatnot. Anyhow, we operate good under pressure, so it's 2-3, and you may think that things are done for us and we're out for the count. I threw this turret here thinking it'd be a great way to get some early damage, but just based on the positioning and the height and whatnot, I can't hit anybody, and there comes Vader, and I can't even look up there. It won't let me turn the field of view that high. Why does this mode make me yawn so much? But I figured that Vader would be coming through one of these doors at some point soon. We saw him running along the upper balconies, but he's not here. So I don't know what happened to him or where he went. He must have dropped down to a lower floor at some point, so we're going to do the same. I'm going to get back in here and see how the fight is going, and indeed Vader is here. We'll chuck a grenade and we'll grab a little bit of help and health on Vader. There is a turreting trooper who's dealing a lot of damage to my heroes, which is not good, so I got to take him out. I'm going to smart rocket him just to make sure that he goes down. I cannot afford to lose, and it took out quite a bit of his health just from the explosion, and then we were able to wreck him and take this turret for ourselves. Turret blows up, which is great because it was tied to a pickup, and therefore it ain't sticking around for me to mess with. We're down a Han, and we're up a Vader, which I think is a fine trade. Boba Fett seems to be the one that survives the longest for the villains, whereas Leia seems to survive the longest for the heroes. And Boba Fett comes around that corner with too quick of a finger to keep me from using my homing gun. But he's just going to sit back here and try to take out all three heroes at once. Not a good usage of Boba. He's very mobile and should be used as like kind of a chip character. You want to just chip away at the heroes with him, and instead he is just going to bite the dust. And it looks like we're going to even things up. Leia, Luke, and me as honor guard versus Palpatine. I feel real good about our chances. If I was a betting man, I'd throw it all down on Team Hero right about now, because we got a full minute to kill Palpatine, and these stormtroopers can do what they want with their smart rockets or their silly shots, but Palpatine's coming straight in, and that's not good. I don't know what he's doing. I think he doesn't know what he's doing either. He kind of came in here and he's like, man, I probably shouldn't be here. Actually, Leia is dead, and it's just Luke, and it's getting close. It's a lot closer than I thought. Palpatine's strategy maybe was better than I gave him credit for. He made a difficult bargain, but it paid off. That was probably the closest he was going to get to defeating us, and he nearly did, but I capped him at the last crunch, and therefore it's 3-3, all even as we enter the 7th round. Some of these Heroes vs. Villains battles can take like 20-30 minutes, which I think is really cool, and the fact that they're round-based, so it's a long mode, but it's divided in a way that you're getting like good quick bursts of fun and intensity in action, and like the loop is speeding up that you don't feel like, man, this is dragging on, because it's basically, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little games that comprise one big overall meta heroes versus villains game. Playing as Leia again with her glorious gun. She's quite speedy. We're wounding heroes, and we're ready to poop health for our team as needed. This has clearly and hands down become my favorite mode. I like a lot of the others, but I found that some of the bigger battles, they have a sense and just a truth of chaos that I'm not the biggest fan of. You kind of die from all corners, from all sorts of items and turrets and opposing teammates, team members, but in Heroes vs. Villains, because it's only 12 players, you kind of keep everything in front of you. You really easily can identify, obviously, Vader, Boba Fett, and Palpatine. But then it's pretty simple to know there's only 3 stormtroopers on the map, so you don't really have to worry about much. Oh, I see one over there, there's only 2 others. Oh, I see 2 over there, there's only 1 other. Oh, all 3 are there. Yada, yada, yada. You have flexibility to move freely about the map and not worry so much about getting, you know, splatted without any idea that someone was even targeting you. Vader was just chilling up here, so I want to try to come in from behind and see if I can deal some damage. I don't want to get blindsided by him. I'm guessing he jumped down? That's my assumption. Looks like Palpatine is in the back running his little weird run into the hole. And I dropped that dome in a great moment because Vader is here, and I'm going to use it as a chance to evade this sticky situation. Any space I can clear from Vader will be appreciated. And now I've got that extra charged, accurate shot. Oh, Vader, you should have really let your stormtroopers lead the charge, and they didn't, and he'll pay for that. So we kill Vader, and I'm going to drop some health right there. I end up losing a few pieces, but I gained more than I lost, and there we find another stormtrooper around the corner, so it's back to the races, back to the run. It's Palpatine versus Leia. This should be fun. 35 seconds to go. Who will come out on top? And at this point, being 1-1, I know the worst that can happen is that I face Palpatine or I face the opposing team and die. So I'm just going to try and survive as long as I can. That is a horrible hallway. We're going to bust a move and wiggle our princess feet straight out of there. As you remember, that is not a place that I can enter. But I'm going to drop the dome right there and kind of wall myself off for protection. And Palpatine will be there. He's coming at us hard, but if we can get some shots in, we can get some kills in, and we contributed to that. We go down with a thermal imploder, but luckily it was after the heroes already placed their flag in the victory circle. So we grab the win, 4-3. And now I get to play a rebel soldier as we try to wrap this thing up.
Everyone stay alert.
Top of the leaderboard, feeling pretty good about that. But now I'm going to be a crazy ball of fire and aggression as I try to deal damage and not worry so much about my own health. Worried about my health? But I'll come in with a homing missile. Boba Fett's up there. If I get a lock on him, that'll be cool. Let's let him hit the ground first, and then we'll fire it in there. We deal some damage, just a little bit, but I did use 25 cards, so some challenges completed, and that will help grant us XP to move and climb the ranks of that system, so that one day I can be an alien, because that is my hope and dream. To be an alien, which means we need at least level 30, it takes quite a while. Takes quite a while. What doesn't take a while, though, is chipping away at Boba Fett's health, especially when he tries to come in here. We've got a defense bubble, and now I get to spawn right by these guys. Smart rocketed up. I don't know where he went. It looks like he has evacuated the premises, knowing that his health was low. Maybe he can grab some health from Palpatine or something. That seems to be something people forget. If you retreat and wait, you can buy some health back from a teammate, from another hero or another villain, and that's incredibly useful. And incredibly critical. 200 points of damage or 200 points of stats for me for damaging a hero. This clone trooper is really rough, but I need to take him out because he's got a good vantage point, angle, and cover place to try to crush my heroes. Thermal imploder, glad that took me out and not Luke and Leia. I'd rather die myself and sacrifice my own sad skin as opposed to our Lord and Savior, Luke and Leia. Homing missile. Ready for action. Where is the villains? All 3 of them are there. And apparently I die instantly. I'm not really quite sure how Palpatine got me. I think it was chain lightning, although it seemed quite weird. I'm going to rocket fire right there. 900, and we took him out with that smart rocket straight to his stomach. Old people don't like rockets in their stomach. And Boba Fett is going to go down as well. So before you know it, 4 of the 6 heroes are out. And now it's just Leia versus Vader. And this is a critical bout, because if we get it tied 4-4, then they can come back and easily win 2 in a row and take the title from us. So we must win. I've got a droid. I'm just going to drop him down. Don't really care. Please take out that freaking stormtrooper behind me. Trying to grab some points here, and instead I grab defeat and kiss it, and that's not good. Leia versus Vader, 25 to go. I don't know where this is or who is going to win. I'm freaking out this one. I'm like, come on, Leia, you got to do it. You got to stay alive. At the very least, run and hide. We don't want you to die. So 15 seconds. Where the heck is Vader? Where the heck is Leia? I've got a thermal imploder, so if I can see them at all, this will be my chance, trying to take out some stormtroopers, and it seems like Leia did her job. The entire crew of creeps has been destroyed. Top of the leaderboard, my friends, and that is a rebel victory. The heroes are on top, and that's my squad, so I can't do anything but smile. And hopefully you guys are smiling, and there we go. Look at that. What does this say? Something about most damage versus heroes, I'm sure. Anyhow, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. A fantastic day. If you want to see more Battlefront, just hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will bring more of it to you. Until that time, everyone, thanks again. Drink so much, all. We'll see you all later.